So welcome to tribescast.com. We're here bringing you more Tribes Ascend Capture the Flag. My name is Delirium. With me is Blitz from Team Depstop and Craig on camera as always.
Good evening.
What's up, what's up?
So tonight we're going to be watching Team Onyx, which is a bit of a newer team formed out of some guys from Void Engineers and their friends from Battlefield 3, versus Team MIA. MIA stands for, what is it? Mercenaries International Alliance. They also have some guys from Battlefield 3, but their founders, they're a multi-gaming crew that has a lot of members, but their founders are also Tribes players, but they've got a lot of people from more modern shooters like Modern Warfare and Battlefield 3, coincidentally. So we'll be seeing which of their Battlefield 3 players are better and which team. They were telling me that they are wanting to go competitive and that they will be having 6 private servers as soon as they're available. So that's quite a lot. Look for those whenever that comes out.
That's an investment right there. They ain't playing around.
I know.
Alright, so I've now rejoined the game. I got kicked for being AFK apparently.
So the teams are just rotating around right now to get on the map they want to do. They just finished Temple Ruins. Bart is not here, so we have no technical support at all. This is all still open beta. We don't have any good controls, but we are doing whatever we can to show good matches while we wait for the game to go live, which is going to happen in April. Is that April 12th, something like that, Blitz? You know?
I believe April 12th, yes.
Okay, so that's
12th or 20th. There's a 2 in there
like
somewhere.
That. It's one of those two numbers. Anyway, so yeah, we're just looking to see which team will be the better team tonight. I know that Onyx plays the Deployable Trees once a week, so they're practicing quite a bit. Hopefully we'll see that next week if we can. And then again on Tribescast 2, Guitar Guy and Winters are covering Vex versus Team... what is their name? It escapes me. What is it? It's driving me crazy. Well, it's Vex versus somebody. Oh, Void Engineers, the team that Onyx split off of. So that's kind of a coincidence also. MIA did not have enough to make 8. They wanted to play 8 on 8 tonight, so they're going to have one sub-member from Team Deadstop. Very polite of him to help out. That'll be the guy that I have in green.
Man.
What?
I said Diplo's a beast.
He is a beast, but he also has a really weird name right now.
Yeah, we'll let you guys figure out what the weird name is.
Just look at the roster and try and guess which one is Diplo. So let's talk about a little bit about what's been changing. We had a rule test the other day where Tau wanted to do infantry. Obviously, Air 51 beat them pretty badly when they were doing vehicles and strikes, and then Tau beat everyone pretty badly when they were doing just infantry. How do you see this debate going, Blitz?
Oh man, you know, I don't know. For me, I'm in this game for the long haul, you know, and I'm gonna go wherever the big leagues are and the cash is, and you know where all the competition goes. So in our minds, we play anything goes until we know for sure what the rule set is, and then you better believe that that's exactly what we'll practice. So, you know, I'm not 100% sure that, you know, maybe TWL do no vehicles or something, but I don't really care about that. You know, so anything goes is just what we like, you know, until we know for sure what the rules are going to be, and then after that, it's, you know, anybody's game. But I mean, it's obvious that it comes down to a team's personal preferences. I mean, obviously, Area 51's stronger with vehicles, so they prefer to play with vehicles. Tau, obviously, not so strong in the vehicles. You know, they don't have that dedicated striker. They don't have that dedicated tanker, so they want to play without, you know, and a lot of teams tend to, you know, push the rules in favor of, you know, how their play style, you know, fits.
That is an obvious explanation for what happened, but I think that part of it is Tau doesn't like to play with vehicles. I think it's not fun because they find the vehicles are very strong. So that's their reasoning behind why they want to see a more, I don't know, they're calling it balance. They want to see a more balanced game where it's more fun to play. They don't find the overpowered stuff to be as fun. Like, yeah, it takes away the idea of stand defense if you can just strike the stand and destroy everything there.
Yeah, strikes, you know, strikes are always something that I don't really care either way. You know, strikes are fine. But the vehicles, it's something a little different. You know, I'm still reserving judgment until more balance changes are made, you know, that may, you know, significantly alter the way vehicles are integrated into CTF, because that could change everything. And one of the big, you know, there's lots of reasons why they're, you know, really difficult to play with right now. But the biggest, in my opinion, is probably how the gen acts. So maybe that gets fixed. Maybe that changes everything, you know?
There are a lot of things that are going to be changing with the server flags and comp mode that will change a lot of the way the game flows right now. But before I get a chance to forget, there actually Bart did show up, so we do have people being whitelisted right now for this game. which is going to hold us back for a couple minutes. But thanks you to Diplodocus for showing up to help out while we were unsure of the team sizes. But so we're on a new map right now. This is the new map that came out this week. What do you think about this map, Blitz?
Well, I have mixed feelings on it so far. I don't really have a whole lot of experience. I scrimmed once against Boss. We won that one. Scrimmed once against Egocentric, and then we actually lost that one in overtime. Really close match. I just, haven't really figured it out yet. It's got some nice routes, but they're a little limited. There's pretty much one back route. There's very little variation you can run on it. And then you got the side to sides. So it's fairly predictable. And I think that, we're going to see some cluster really develop on this map because the flags are so close. I mean, I think it's like 10 seconds from flag to flag or something, even if you're not skiing very fast. So, very fast map, but also very predictable and kind of limiting.
That is big news you touched on briefly, by the way. Egocentric has broken up again. So, do they have their new name now yet?
I'm actually, I don't know. I do know a few of the players that were on it. They got a capper from Boss with Matten, Projectile from Stack and Hack, and some of the players from Ego. So, it sounds pretty good. I'm looking forward to playing them.
Is Boss still going strong? Without
I do not know. I imagine if Matten's the only one that left, they'll probably survive. But I mean, Matten was a big part of that team. I mean,
Absolutely.
That dude, easily one of the fastest cappers in the game. He's got tremendous routes, and he knows how to cap for sure. So, team will definitely be a force to be reckoned with, no doubt.
That's going to be hurtful for Boss though if they don't have Matten.
Yeah, we definitely have to see how they react to the loss of a primary capper there. So, but they've been around since the beginning of beta, and I'm sure they've gone through plenty of roster adjustments, and most teams that are serious about the game will.
Oh, that's cute. The names that Bart is whitelisting right now for this game. One of them is Trivial Pursuit. I like that.
It was never very good, that game.
Well, it's with a B for tribes instead of a V.
Oh, haha.
That's punny.
Trism says, Bart, I like your beard, no homo. With a little heart.
I think everyone's a fan of Bart's beard.
I can't lie, he was pretty scruffy looking during the NASL casts. I think he needed a hairdresser that day. I mean, they have special hairdressers for all the StarCraft players. Why don't they have one for the tribes guys?
We haven't hit that level of stardom yet.
So you were saying this map has limited routes? You said one back route? I like that it's mirrored at least.
I mean, I'm sure you can actually probably back route from both angles. It's just not really worth it to do it from the other, the other one. And yeah, it is mirrored, which is nice, but it just, I don't know, it's really basic. I mean, you can almost tell that they kind of made this with, I feel even terrible using this term, but esports in mind. Because it's just really simple and straightforward. And, the simpler a map is, the more it's going to rely on teamwork, to get anything done.
You could call it web sports, cyber athletes.
Ooh, web sports, I don't know, it sounds weird.
That was what WSBN called it back in the day.
Inner tube sports?
Oh boy, ouch. Okay, so everyone is whitelisted now. They just need to relog and get in the game. I feel bad now because I asked Diplodocus to come help, and he's now going to be sitting on the sidelines watching instead.
That's right, he loves watching tribescast. He loves you guys.
MIA is probably going to be better off with Diplodocus on their team than without, to be honest. That guy is one of the craziest snipers I've ever seen.
Snipers? Oh man, have you seen him play heavy? I think in our scrim versus boss on Katabatic, he put up 53 kills playing heavy-o.
You know, I did notice him changing roles since I saw him sniping in the early days of beta.
Mm-hmm. So there's a good reference point, by the way, for anybody that
He's
wants
still
to question.
Tanker. He still play tank.
Yeah, he'll play tank. But for anybody that wants to question the viability or effectiveness of heavy-o in this game, like he just totally put it to rest. It's viable.
Oh man, I tried to play it yesterday in a pickup with some of the Tribes 1 guys, and I had a hard time. I feel like on the map Crossfires where I was doing it, I had trouble getting up to the base because there's just no jet energy.
You know, I seem to recall routes being really important for heavies back in the day, back in
It
Tribes
was in
1, Tribes
Tribes,
2,
yes.
and even Vengeance. So and that's the thing. Heavies require you to have picture perfect routes, to just to get into the enemy base. Because you mess that up, like you experienced, you're gonna have a really hard time doing anything, plotting around underneath a base or around a base with no energy.
Well, it was mostly the awareness of the defense that I was going up against. They had really good. They're really good at picking me up before I could get into their base and cause any problems. So they were stopping me from doing my job in that way by meeting me out in the front. Because heavies are pretty much dead in the open. A lot better in the base. Once they're in the base, they can cause a lot of havoc.
Well, it was that way early on, and that was actually one of the reasons that they were never used, is because their effectiveness was so limited by, their weapons, and they, were pretty much only deadly indoors. But now, you see the heavies who are really good at the position will basically stay outdoors, and they'll use the assault rifle on the heavy, on the Juggernaut, instead of the disc for their primary or secondary. And
Alright,
it
here we go.
allows them to defend themselves, out in the open.
Time to go obs. Time to go to the first map. Looks like everyone is in place. Blitz, they wanted you to be out of obs so or into obs so they could count their guys, but too late now. Do you have any predictions on who will probably win? With MAI being a new team, we don't really know how strong they are, but based on the players you've seen.
Absolutely no idea. Zero clue.
I think that Onyx is probably starting out having to build a way up from having split off from Void Engineers is going to be a factor in their growth. But MIA is new to this franchise. Everyone surprised us with how good they were being new because they just came out with this strong defense and crushed everybody. With no preconceived notions about how the game's supposed to work.
Well, I mean, when you play games for a living, you're good at games, period. So
I think they're probably the only team that's sponsored right now for Tribes Ascend.
I believe ZFC has some sort of sponsorship as well.
Really?
Yeah, I could
That
be
is interesting.
wrong about that. I'm not sure entirely, but I seem to remember hearing that.
Okay, so here we have on the red side, that's going to be Onyx. Their captain LL Blue Jay. It's a pretty funny name. So they have Lion GG, Mike Axe2, Rip058, LL Blue Jay, Alakabon, Trism, Leech, and JT. Funny story about JT. He was telling me that we kept calling him IJTI because they didn't allow two-letter names. His name is JT, so we had to change it to JT with like T, like the tea you drink. Anyway, over here on the blue side, which is MIA, they have Scorpion, Oz, Chromatic, Matt Serlin, Tragi X ESC, Mix, American Eagle, and Trivial Pursuit. Mix is their heavy on flag with a force field right there, so they're going to do heavy on flag, which is currently being Merv spammed by somebody. Who's that? He does kill one flag carrier coming in. Who's hitting him? Somebody. Rip058 is over here on the ship shooting at Mix. Does kill him, I think. And on the red side, they also have a heavy on flag, JT, from Tribes 2, being guarded by Blue Jay and Leech. They're going to be trying to stop the flag on the stand with a heavy as opposed to sniping it on the way out. I do see one sniper, Alcabon on red. And let's see, no Sentinel at all on blue. That's a pretty interesting choice for Drydock. So
We've got some good Merv spam coming in over here for a clear. Trism's going to be coming in for this grab here, but his health is regenning right as he approaches the flag. That was a perfectly timed route there, so he's going to be getting away. Only person to chase him here is American Eagle, and he does not have the speed to do it. So Trism GG looks like he's going to be putting this one in for an early cap unless somebody can do something about it.
Here comes Oz, try and stop it, but he's going to die on JT. So first point to Onyx.
Well, we may have the answer there.
Let's see. Yeah, so I was going to say they have no Sentinel on blue, so they couldn't stop Trism as he was on his way out.
Ooh, that's going to hurt him, especially on this map. You cannot play Drydock without a Sentinel. They're going to learn that the hard way.
They're running two techs, which is kind of surprising. That's going to be one of the things I was saying about not being Tribes players. They're going to have no preconceived notions about how the game should be played, so they will have more interesting things to do, like play two techs instead of a sniper.
See,
Mike
Mike
Axe was killed on the stand.
Trism's coming in for another grab here, but his health didn't regen in time. Maybe he cratered or
they didn't
something.
stop him on the stand though. He is loose.
One
he doesn't
bullet.
actually kill one of his chasers.
One bullet gets in him, he'll die.
Here. Chromatic,
Come on, Chromatic, you just gotta put one shot in, buddy.
One bullet, buddy. No,
not the arcs, no!
He has the arcs and equip.
Oh no, he went for the midair arcs, man. All he had to do was you had to breathe on him and he was dead, but another cap going in.
So he didn't have the Sparrow or whatever the Scrambler has for an offhand. Trivial Pursuit for blue is going to come in on a cap route. Hopefully His offense is not quite in range to help him out, so he's going to die on JT.
Yeah,
Full
bad,
stops on the
bad
Onyx
coordination
stand.
there. So what I wanted to touch on the double tech D. Thing is, double tech D is actually really helpful if you're playing vehicle centric and you have a good Hoff. Otherwise, not useful.
Trism misses his route, runs into the building, bails out and goes inside. Rip is harassing Mix, goes down. So
It looks like they were pulling a
yeah.
page out of Area 51's book there, where Capper will come in. If the Capper cannot grab, then he'll immediately tell the LO to Llama, or try to get the flag off the stand. And it looks like that's what they just tried
American
to do.
Eagle
Didn't work
looks
out,
like
though.
he was going to try and sneak it away from JT, but he bailed out at the last second. He's now harassing the stand with Chromatic.
And we got Trivial Pursuit. I'm sorry, coming in here on the route. Doesn't look like the Sentinel sees him. He's regenning health, coming in about 230, respectable. And people on the
Offense is
stand are
almost
hurt.
dead though. Only Oz is left. Does not get the flag. Dies on JT again. That
You know-
super heavy perk is so good for heavy on
Thing
flag
is,
in this
though,
game.
both JT and the other person who's sitting on that flag, LL Blue Jay, were both 10% health or less. I mean, if he would have self-cleared with a Nitron and a disc, he
Real quick,
killed him.
Prism got past American Eagle and the other defense again. He's now about halfway home. It's 2-0 Onyx with 20 minutes to go. He's coming down to close this out to make a 3-0. Only people in range are Triple Pursuit and Chromatic, and they're not going to make it in time. 3-0 Onyx.
Yeah, I'd really like to see MIA crash this flag stand. They're coming in one at a time and kind of bleeding in there. You see American Eagle just came in and he wasn't supported by anybody else. Now here's Oz alone and Trivial Pursuit off in the distance. So they're really gonna have to tighten up this O to to move this flag.
You can see the idea is there. They had the guys attacking the stand, but Triple Pursuit wasn't quite in range to make the grab when they were harassing the defenders. On the other side, those two techs are not quite doing the work that they need them to, I don't think. We did see them stabilize at the flag capture. They did have guys on the stand to make sure they didn't get chain kept on, rip, died to the turrets and so forth right away, so that was good.
All right, so look at this. Trivial Pursuit's coming in. JT put down a force field, but it has no health. One shot on that force field will take it down, and it looks like somebody gets it with the chain. Actually, it was Oz, so heads up play there.
Trivial Pursuit going over the top to sort of sneak in. I don't see anyone attacking him, though.
They see him.
Yeah. Oh, he does
he gets out
sneak by with
anyways.
a little bit of health. Wow.
That was a great grab, man. Just right
But
between two defenders. He had
that's why you run a Sentinel, because as he got away, he was immediately sniped out by Alakaban. Holy cow, that's hard to say. They're running Lion in heavy there, which allows Trism to get away with the flag for a fourth time now. Lion is running Brute offense. Very unusual to see Brute offense in this game. Prism's at
it's
home.
very rare.
Misses the flag though. He's left for maybe to make a play, but no, he has the thrust pack and puts it away. 4-0 in 6 minutes. That's record time. And you see on the hill here is why heavy on flag is hard to do on Drydock, because Rip 058 is just sitting here on this cliff, pounding away at Mix, making it hard for him to do his job.
All right, Trivial Pursuit coming in on another grab here. This is a good route. If he has good distract, it's hard to see, it's hard to stop, it's, low to high. They actually do not see him, so if he can get away with this, no, shield
the
goes
force
up.
field. Was that a last-second force placement?
Yeah, it was a great play by JT.
JT, obviously a very good Tribes player, has experience in Tribes too. Mike Axe has changed Infiltrator. I was going to say Lion also changed to Pathfinder for a minute there to try and get some more flag movement. He's back to Brute. So they're being flexible there, which is good on the Onyx side. Trip Pursuit is hitting it for a new route. I'm not sure what Trism is, but we're hoping to see. You see Chromatic here trying to clear for Triple Pursuit. JT is almost dead, but all the offense is now dead for Blue, so no flag grab probably here. Triple Pursuit's got to clear for himself. Yeah, there's defenders all over him. He has to bail out at the last second.
All right, so here's something worth noting for Onyx. The sniper up here, Alakaban, has not been harassed once, and that is a big no-no. You absolutely cannot let a sniper just sit around and put shots on everybody, because if you do that, I mean, I've seen snipers get unstoppables, I've seen them get Slayer, and just go 20, 30 kills and just rack them up. It's devastating.
Yes, in the game between Air 51 and Tau, they had Maka on tailspin harassment duty to kill their sniper. Trism has gotten away again. Lion cleared for him. It looked like he cleared for him in Pathfinder. And this is the last play of the game. I can get some flag movement going here. I don't see anyone quite in range. And they close it out.
10% health.
8 minutes. That was a fast Drydock. Drydock's very hard to... You can lose control of Drydock really fast if you're not careful. Onyx did win that, yes, Greg. if you're not careful on Drydock, you can just get completely out of control. You lose control of your stand, and the flag just gets away from you. The back tap's unchaseable because it's so fast. You have to really have offensive pressure to stop those flag plays.